Hi, I'm Kerr Schneider, and today I just want to spend a couple of minutes talking about friendships, how frustrating and how fabulous they can be. I'm 63 years old, and I can probably count the number of good friends I have on this hand. And I'll tell you, since we started this, it's probably gone from 5 to 3 because I find that people are falling out of my life, but people are also falling into my life. So I want to ask you, perhaps there are some friendships, perhaps there are some relationships that you have that you kind of need to step back from, or maybe you kind of need to say what's happening here. Because what I know is that when you've got to go to a place to force somebody to talk to you, when they won't respond to your text or your voicemail, or they just kind of, what do they call it, go dark or ghost you? All of those things should be red flags that maybe something shifted. And I've been known to say over the years, since I was much younger, that I'm not going to force anybody to spend time with me. I'm not going to force anybody to pay attention to me. I'm not going to force anybody to like me. And I think today, because of the world we live in, we feel like we have to go to these extra lengths to get people to be our friends. And when we've had those relationships that have been with us for quite a long time, I feel like, why do I have to work so hard at this? If you've been my friend, one of those 5, since the early days, early 20s and so on, why would I have to beat you upside the head to get you to do anything with me? But that's exactly the place that I find myself today. And I will tell you, I've wrestled with this for years. And it's uncomfortable and I don't like it. And yet, it's still an issue. And I don't want it to be. So you know what? I don't need to make a big deal out of this. I just need to let these people go and do the thing that they need to do. And in the meantime, know that there are new people falling into my life. As I am growing and exploring and stepping out on this journey for the rest of my life, there are people there waiting to share new experiences with me. So it's one of those things that we need to make sure that we're always looking forward. We can learn from our past. And yes, I have enjoyed some great moments with some of these people, some of these friendships that I've experienced. But sometimes just because you've been friends with somebody for 30 years or 40 years or 50 years doesn't mean that they are supposed to still continue the journey with you. There may be other things going on in their life. Maybe I know about them, maybe I don't. It's okay. As one of my good friends does say, bless and release. Let them go and wish them well and continue to pray for them. I don't need to make a grand announcement that our friendship is over. It's just taken on a new personality, I could say. It's reached a different level. And that's how relationships are. And you know, the one thing that we all need to remember is it takes two. You can't have a relationship by yourself. It just doesn't work that way. So if you're feeling a little frustrated with some friends, maybe it's time to just kind of, step back for a minute, do a little bit of evaluation. Maybe you just take a time out and see what happens. Maybe they won't. But in the meantime, I want you to go out there and do something fun for yourself. Have an experience with that friend that will pick up the phone that says, hey, what do you want to do today? I had somebody tell me just the other day, you are the person that I want to come alongside with me when I'm doing something new and fun. You are the person that I think of. And I'm like, wow, that's kind of nice to hear. So maybe you can do that with somebody else and call them and say, you're the person that I want to go with me and do this. Or how are you up for this? I know that we all have these friends too in these different categories of our life. Some of them play well with each other and some of them don't. And that's okay too. it's just important that you understand who it is that you need to go to for certain things, and also understand that those people that maybe you were going to for certain things, maybe they can't offer that anymore. And maybe you have to go somewhere else. So, friendships, it's a process. And the people that we start with in our 20s might be with us in our 30s. They might be with us in our 40s, our 50s, and beyond. But understand too that if they're not, it's okay. I had a lot of people fall out of my life after John died. I had a lot of people I thought wouldn't be around who did stick around. So don't underestimate the people that are in your life and who God's going to be bringing into your life for a completely different reason. Okay, that's probably enough about that for now. I'd love to hear your comments. Are you going through something like this yourself? How did you handle it? Have you handled it? Are you going to handle it? Let me know. I'm Rachel Kerr Schneider. Thanks for sharing a spirited sentiment with me today. In the meantime, until we talk again, I hope that you are putting the I back in your spirit.